Brandon, you hear what I'm saying? A lot of people are giving you grief. I can't believe what Steiner's doing. And my point is, you're a businessman. You're entrusted to make the money that you can make. What's the big deal? If people are buying it, what's the big deal?
Well, good afternoon. First of all, let's take a time out here. Let's slow down a little bit. I want to thank the New York Post. We had our best web sales on SteinerSports.com ever. I mean, phenomenal publicity, the front page. Thank you. I appreciate it. But you got to remember, like, when people come to these luncheons, they're getting a whole bundle of collectibles. They're not just paying that much money just to go to a luncheon. It's a whole bunch of things that, if you're in the world of collecting, you get some amazing collectibles as part of the luncheon. The luncheon is really not that expensive when you look at the products you're getting. So what was the question? Because you guys have been all over the place pounding on me for the last 20 minutes.
Well, you're not listening. I'm saying there's no problem with it at all. You're a businessman. I have a problem. If you want to have a problem, why are people buying it? Well, it's important to people. I have no problem with you selling anything.
Well,
anything.
My whole thing is this. I mean, the most important thing, not to drag the Yankees into this, but their only concern always is that there's authentication and that things are real and that things are done with a certain amount of, obviously, with some thought in mind here, not ever getting in the way of the integrity of the game. From my standpoint, I'm always concerned with trying to give the fans what they want. I mean, I live and die all day. Yeah, do I want to try to make money? Yes, but I'm spending my nights and days not sleeping thinking, what would the fans want? I know I have a big backyard. I want that rake that the Yankees use. I'm sorry. I love that. So, yeah, I'm going to brand the rake and I'm going to brand the rake and sell it. But I don't know. I just don't.
Are you amazed, though, Brandon, that people are criticizing why are they selling everything? I have no problem with it. This is America, built on capitalism. If people are going to buy it, why wouldn't you sell it?
I think this stuff's fun. I mean, I don't know what happened to the fun part of it, but I think, people are having fun with this stuff. I think years to come, it's a great conversation piece. Why not? I mean, if I went to your house and all of a sudden in the backyard you had the rake, the shovel that the grounds crew used the year the Yankees won the World Series, I don't know, that's cool. Especially if you're into gardening, if you're into your backyard, it's fun. I think the bases, if you have one of the bases in your basement that, maybe Derek Jeter got a hit or a home run on, I think that's fun stuff. And listen, I've had a lot of fun doing it. It's been a blessing. But I think sometimes people get misguided by the numbers. I mean, there's a lot of things we have on our website, Michael, trust me, that are $29 and $39 for the average fan, the average kid. When people go to those luncheons, they could have gone for $100 to see the luncheon, and they would have got a gift card from us. It was a good value. And we probably should have hired you to host it. I'm sorry about that. But people got a really nice collectible bundle of really cool, valuable stuff if they bought that $2,500 package.
I think what bothers people, Brandon, is that the Yankees do claim that there are things that aren't for sale. Their naming rights to the stadium are not for sale. They will not have 3 or 4 different jerseys or put names on the backs of the jerseys. There are certain things they will not do. So I guess it does rub people the wrong way. If they won't have naming rights on their stadium and they won't change their uniforms like everybody else does, then why are they selling socks?
Well, they have a lot of integrity about their stadium and their name. I guess you have to ask the Yankees that question. But I know that when I put this deal together, there was a concern because they knew that the fans wanted this stuff. And one of the biggest concerns that always gets overlooked is that when we look at stuff that happened 30 years ago, there's all this confusion about what's authentic and what's not. And the overall goal of our partnership was to protect the fans and make sure, because they knew this stuff ultimately gets out. The bat gets out. The rake gets out. The base gets out. And the goal of the partnership was to protect the fans and to protect the integrity 30 years down the road so somebody knew they had the Jeter bat that maybe goes for $100,000. Granted, maybe somebody bought it for $5,000 today, but at least they knew it was real because we put a system in place to protect the fans and also to protect the players because players, believe it or not, like this stuff too. And we're constantly working with players that if they want to keep their stuff, at least when they leave with it, it's authentic and it's real. Nobody talks about the program that MLB, the Yankees, myself put in place that protects the fans that really want this stuff. So this is different than a naming rights or this or that. This stuff ultimately has to go somewhere. Where's it going to go? In the garbage? I mean, what do you do with all these jerseys when the season's over? Should we throw them away? Should we throw the bases away when people really want them?
Well, here's the bottom line. I hope you didn't join the conversation. I hope you know that I'm all for selling everything. I'm not ripping you at all. If I ripped you, I would call you up and rip you. I believe this is America. This is capitalism, and as long as you have people that want to spend $400 for socks, sell the socks, baby. Sell them.
Well, we sold a lot of socks today, on a side note. I'm sending the guys at the Post. I have my What Else socks, which I've shown you guys on the air.
Yes.
I'm actually autographing those and sending that to the writers on the Post. I have these authentic socks. I figured if maybe they wanted a pair of those. But I would say this. Listen, we do a lot of good work with these collectibles. With Derek, believe me, he just wants to do what's good for the fans, and he just wants to try to cooperate and do the right thing as far as raising some money for his turn too. So trust me, he's not sitting there saying, how do I get every dime and how do I get every nickel? Trust me, the Yankees are not sitting there trying to figure out how to get every dime and nickel. Their integrity of the game and their team is there. Trust me. Am I pushing sometimes a little bit hard? Yeah, I am pushing a little hard because I'm a Brooklyn guy, and I know what fans, I think, want this. I'm a crazy Yankee fan for 45, 50 years now.
Brandon, thank you for listening, and thanks for calling in.
Should I send you guys a pair of socks or not? It's really, I just want to close on that note. SteinerSports.com, you can click on there, or do you want me to just send you a pair?
No, I think I'll pass on the socks. Don, you want a sock?
Good.
All right. Happy New Year to everyone out there, and thanks
You
for
too,
having me on. I
Brandon.
appreciate it.
You too.